Someone once said that the only way to be completely happy is to do exactly what you really want to do. Of course, none of us is able to have that luxury, but in our story this week, an unusual man decides to try. We'll join our star, Mr. Ayres, in just a moment.
There below is the great gray massive ugliness of Stateville Penitentiary. A solid stone box where society walls in its misfits, punishes its evildoers, sequesters its incorrigibles. Otto Cusick, extortionist. Boyd Leibowitz, con man. Blackie Krause, assault with intent to kill. And Howard Moon, convicted embezzler.
Yes, sir. Blackie's 100% right.
It had to be Shakespeare. Who else?
Measure for measure.
Act 2, Scene 1, line 19.
Read it out, Howard. The whole bit.
The jury passing on the prisoner's life may in the Swan 12 have a thief or two guiltier than him they try.
Ain't he something? That's Shakespeare. He's something, ain't he?
Even in them days, the world was full of bums.
And the thing about this Shakespeare is that he knew, brother. He knew everything from every point of view. The universal man. The more you read him, the more you become absolutely sure that they're never...
Report to the warden.
Warden?
Right away, pronto.
Well, carry on, men. I don't think it can be serious. I mean, I haven't done anything, not a single thing. I'm sure I'll be back in a few minutes.
I know this is a shock to you. Perhaps you better sit down.
You mean I'm actually free?
I'm afraid so.
Afraid so?
I don't believe in the parole system myself.
Oh, Warden, you knew I was up for one?
How are we going to build proper prisons? Well, as soon as we get a model prisoner like you, whoosh, along comes the parole system and takes them away.
Oh, free. Out. Oh, wonderful, wonderful, wonderful.
Now, you take your case. You built the finest prison library in all America. You organized classes. You... Oh, well, not that you don't deserve it, but I think I need you more than they do. What did you do on the outside, anyway? Publicist, eh? What's a publicist?
Oh, we write a lot of stuff to make people think something's good, whether it is or not.
You going back to it?
Oh, I don't think so. I think I'd like to go to a small town somewhere and be a librarian.
That's one of our aims. Teach the men a trade while they're with us.
Just a quiet, nice little town with a nice, heavily endowed little library.
Well, that sounds safe. Now, remember, this is only a parole. If you get out of line again, you'll be back here before you know it. I hope. I don't mean that, Howard. You know I don't.
Well, Warden, on behalf of my wife and daughter, I want to thank you.
Thank me. I didn't do it. If I had my way, I'd keep you here permanently.
Well, Moon, we're gonna miss you.
Thanks, Truscower. I'll miss you, too.
Thanks. You know something, don't you? Outside, out there, it's not all apple strudel and 8-inch cigars. Will you remember that?
Yeah, thanks. I'll remember.
Daddy! Oh, it's so wonderful, so wonderful to have you back with us. Just delicious, absolutely delicious. And, Daddy, I can't wait until you see what a surprise Mother has in store for you. Oh, and guess what? I have a surprise for you, too. What do you think, Daddy?
I don't know, dear.
I'm engaged to be married.
Well, that's wonderful.
You just adore him. And you never guess who he is. He's very tall and black hair and, well, he is 37. But he's a young 37. And he's just scrumptious.
Well, shall we get in? I drive, but I don't have a license, and I'd rather not violate parole the first 10 minutes I'm out.
Oh, you're such a meanie. You haven't even asked me.
Asked you what?
His name, my young man. It's Jeff Wheeler. And who do you think he is? He's the Wheeler of Wells and Wheeler, Daddy. We're old firm, public relations. Guess what else? As an engagement present, what do you think Jeff gave me? He gave me your job.
Gave you my job?
Well, I mean, he promised me that you would get your job back.
Well, Linda, I don't want my old job back.
You'll adore Jeff because he's Just adorable and a very young 37. Oh, and isn't life delicious, Daddy? Absolutely delicious.
Come on, dear, open it. It won't bite. It's just a little present that Linda and I got for your homecoming.
Oh, Millie, you shouldn't have.
Oh, well, it isn't every day our dad gets a... Oh, well, cut it. It's typewriter.
It's beautiful.
It's electric.
Wonderful.
Electric's something new since you went... Well, I'll just tidy up.
Well, Millie, there's something I want to talk about.
Of course you do, but I don't want to hear it. I just want to wipe out those terrible, terrible years. Now, you promise me you won't give another thought to what went on in that place.
Well, that isn't quite what I wanted to talk about. It's more about our future.
Oh, I know. I know.
You know what?
Darling, I understand. Your Millie understands.
You do? About what?
Well, your problem.
Millie, what do you understand?
You're afraid the world won't let you forget.
Oh, no, that's not quite what I had in mind.
Just because you were in that place, you think you have no friends.
Oh, I hadn't quite thought about it that way.
Oh, Howard, we've stood behind you, and we'll stand behind you to the end.
The end of what?
Howard, this is your future. You are the best publicist in this entire part of the United States. Mr. Wells told me so himself.
Mr. Wells?
Well, now, I haven't told you before because I thought you might be angry.
What about?
Well, after you went away, I secured a job.
So wrong about that?
Most men don't like their wives to work.
Most men aren't in jail.
Promise me, Howard, you will never say that word again, ever. Darling, I am Mr. Wells' private secretary.
At Wells and Wheeler?
Mm-hmm. It's our club, our church, our family.
Well, Millie, I've decided that I want to be a librarian. A librarian in some small town someplace.
What about a librarian?
I want to be one.
Wells and Wheeler doesn't have a library.
Well, not at Wells and Wheeler. Just some nice, quiet little small town somewhere, you know.
Why, darling, I'm afraid that won't do at all.
Librarian? Small town librarian? Are you out of your mind, Howard?
No, I am not. Quite sound, in fact.
Howard, do you know what your wife has been through? Do you know what an attractive woman she is? Do you know how lucky you are to have a faithful, loyal, attractive woman like that pulling for you? What a woman she is.
Glad you like her, then.
Howard, do you know how lucky you are to have young Jeff Wheeler take your Linda under his wing? Well, do you? You don't like Jeff Wheeler?
No, Ben, it's just that, well, I've gotten to like libraries.
Howard, we've all been very patient with you, don't you think? I can forgive you for embezzling the money. We just choose to think you had a nervous breakdown, but I'm not sure I can forgive your handing it over to charity, however. That was embarrassing. But I am sure I can't forgive this library talk. Howard, you are the best, most imaginative copy man this side of the Great Divide. And the way things are, you belong to Wells and Wheeler, body and soul. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess so.
Librarian. Let's go, Howard. I don't want to keep Jim and the new client waiting. Howard.
Mr. Cavendish, Wells and Wheeler don't have clients. We have crusades.
And there's nobody like Jeff Wheeler to get at the heart of a problem, Mr. Cavendish. Right, Howard?
Well, I haven't really known Mr. Wheeler very long.
Oh, that's a good one. Jeff's only going to marry his daughter, that's all.
Our man Howard here has quite a sense of humor.
Well, look, all I want is people should think of me as a businessman just like any other businessman, that's all.
And why not? Now, in your state, Mr. Cavendish, Gambling is entirely legal, entirely, but a faulty public image deprives you of complete acceptability and genuine respectability. Now, sir, let's not mince words. I mean, we get nowhere mincing words, right?
Look, all I want is people should think of me as...
And people will, Mr. Cavendish. People will. Why, right here in Howard Moon, you have the best technician this industry has to offer.
And he can't wait to get started, Mr. Cavendish. Right, Howard?
How come he don't talk?
Mr. Cavendish, let me ask you one simple question. One question. Now, what is the public image of the gambler today?
Who gambles? I own 3 places. Owners don't gamble.
Well, the casino owner, then. Well, sir, I'll tell you. It's a tight-lipped, sleek-haired, sharp-eyed, ruthless individual. Now, that is the image, and that is what it is our job to correct.
Hear, hear.
Now, sir, with what image do we replace this? With the respectable, industrious, responsible citizen image. That's what we're after, and that is what we are going to get. Right, Howard?
How come he don't talk?
Now, Mr. Cavendish, let's just stick to the nub of the matter, shall we? Let's just start at the start. Now, what have we really got here? Well, to begin with, we start off with 1 plus. The name, Miles T. Cavendish. Now, that sounds good. Sounds like a public benefactor.
Take notes, Howard.
Now, sir, I've got a few ideas jotted down here. Now, let me see. Yes. First of all, you're going to have to attack something. For example, the educational system in your state. It's inadequate. Teachers' pay not high enough, youth is being shortchanged, etc., etc. Now, Howard, you write a few sample articles on that. You got that?
Howard, take notes.
Now, next, sir, we'll have a Miles T. Cavendish scholarship at the university. Now, that's because your early youth was such a bitter struggle. Had to educate yourself up by your own bootstraps, etc., etc. Now, all this will come out in your autobiography. Of course, Howard here will write it for you. Yes, indeed, sir. You and Howard Moon are going to see quite a good deal of each other.
Say, why don't you talk?
Because I'm thinking, Mr. Cavendish.
Howard? Oh, they'll be here in a minute. Oh, darling, you shouldn't work so hard. You'll go to an early grave. I'm going to speak to Ben Wells about it. He shouldn't give you so much to do practically the minute you're released from that place.
All right, Millie, you do that.
You know, he often takes my advice. Would you believe it? Why, I put him on to that Mr. Cavendish.
You did.
Little old me.
Ah, Mother. How do you say such a thing? You know perfectly well, if I hadn't whispered in Jeff Wheeler's ear, nothing would have come of it. Daddy, you like my new dress? It's your favorite color, isn't it? Oh, is red your favorite? I thought it was blue. Anyway, it's Jeff Wheeler's favorite color. Daddy, come on. You don't want to be in shirt sleeves when Jeff and Mr. Wells arrive, do you?
Now, darling, you're too young to know anything about it. You don't understand these things. I told Mr. Wells about Mr. Cavendish.
I do know about these things, and I told Mr. Wheeler about Mr. Cavendish.
All right. I'll go put my coat on.
Oh, can I help you, dear? I had everything cleaned before you got out.
Miles T. Cavendish is a complete and absolute bum.
Well, he's tired, that's all.
What a funny thing to say.
Oh, well, darling, it's a strain to step out of one world and into another.
I know, but how can he say a thing like that? Mr. Cavendish is a cuddly teddy bear.
I know, dear. He's certainly no bum. Oh, it's just that your father's been working too hard. Dear Blackie. Who's Blackie? I thought he was writing something for Mr. Cavendish. Dear Blackie, there's something you men ought to know. I think it might be quite a comfort to you, and you should read this letter to Otto Cusack, Bennett, Leibowitz, Billy the Business, and the rest of the boys next session in the library. One way to put it was Troskauer's way when he said goodbye at the gate. It's not all apple strudel and 8-inch cigars, he said.
Why are you reading my mail?
Howard, now I'm not going to get angry about this, But I want you to explain the meaning of this letter to Linda and me.
It's a letter to some of my friends.
It's to those inmates, isn't it?
Millie, Linda, may I say something? I don't want to work for Wells and Wheeler.
Not work at Wells and Wheeler.
No. I want to be a librarian in a small town someplace.
A small town?
Now, dear, you let me handle this and you leave the room.
No, she doesn't have to leave the room. Look, what's wrong with being a librarian? Why does everybody turn purple every time I mention it?
Howard, don't be ridiculous. Linda and I do not want to be librarians in a small town, and I will not allow you to be one.
Why not?
Because you're a bigger man than that.
No, I am not.
Wells and Wheeler is a lovely place to work. Now, honey, I wish you'd try harder to adjust.
Oh, bunk.
Is a paycheck bunk?
Librarians get paid.
Well, is my engagement to Jeff bunk?
All right. So you won't go along with me?
Go along with you, Howard, after we have worked and slaved for a little position so that you can feel wanted and secure and part of the human race again after being among the living dead?
Millie, where I have just come from, which is jail, Millie, not that place, nobody ever worries about position. In fact, nobody ever worries.
There they are. Now, please, Daddy.
Librarian.
Position.
Linda!
Jeff Wheeler. Oh, don't you look handsome?
All right, it's a new jacket. New jacket.
Well, come on in. Daddy's just about to make drinks, aren't you, Daddy?
Jeff, you dear boy, how good of you to come. We're going to have a cozy little party.
Well, it's nice to be here. Right in the family bosom, so to speak. Oh, hello, Howard.
Good evening, Jeff.
Howard, I purposely got here a few minutes before the others arrived. Now, Howard, you've got to sell. I mean, really sell.
Hmm?
Well, now, that's why I've asked Millie to invite Cavendish here tonight. Howard, you have got to get your clients' confidence and trust, and you have not done it. You just have not done it.
I wrote 6 speeches and 4 magazine articles for the man last week, a whole barrel full of hogwash.
All right. But do you know what he said to me the other night? He said, "What is the matter with this fella Howard Moon? He never talks. He just stares at me. Why doesn't he ever talk? How can you trust a man who never talks?" Now, Howard, that's what he said. So, tonight, why don't you just kind of butter him up a little bit, You know, charm him. So, talk.
You know I might do that. I just might do it.
Oh, come in, come in.
Millie?
My, what a distinguished-looking pair of gentlemen. We're just waiting for you. We're having the best time. Daddy's telling jokes. This is the screen tonight.
It's so nice of you to come and welcome Mr. Cavendish.
Thank you.
Well,
You look charming, Millie. That's charming.
Thank you, Mr. Wells.
Well, looks like the gang's all here, Howard, isn't it about time to get out the fire water, huh?
Won't you sit down?
Well, Moon, how's my second nature? Have a cigar. Say, this must be where I get all those bright ideas of mine. Makes me out a regular egghead. You know something? I haven't read a book since the 5th grade.
No.
Not a book. I'll bet you read plenty. Only goes to show, I mean, so who's working for who? You don't talk much, do you?
Say something, Daddy.
The jury passing on the prisoner's life may in the sworn 12 have a thief or two guiltier than him they try.
Oh, Howard, not that again.
What's that, Howard?
As I was just saying, it's time for the fire water.
It's something I picked up in prison den.
Martini, anyone?
Gentlemen, there's an announcement I would like to make, and that is that I don't at all enjoy making a silken purse out of this sow's ear.
Now, just Howard.
So I'm not going to do it anymore.
You can't talk to me this way.
One nice thing about jail, in there, a mug's a mug. And it never occurs to anyone to try to make him out Albert Schweitzer.
Howard, you stop this instant.
Another thing about jail. For 20 years, I did Ben Wells's work for him. In jail, you do your own. You can't exploit your underlings because there aren't any.
You know something, buddy? You talk too much.
You certainly do.
Howard, we are not in the mood for practical jokes. We are not amused, and we have nothing to contribute.
Speaking of contributions, I think right now is a very good time for you all to hear a whole list of contributions.
What contributions?
Omitting Mr. Cavendish's name.
As part of the campaign?
Certainly. First, there's the Fair Business Practices Committee.
Howard, under the circumstances, that would seem to be a somewhat whimsical donation from Mr. Cavendish.
$5,000. Next, the Keep Our City Clean Society, $4,000.
They hate me.
And another $4,000 to the Mend Our Morals Movement, Incorporated.
This sounds dangerous. What are you trying to do, Moon? Ruin me?
Now, the American Association for the Abolition of One-Armed Bandits.
I know them. They're crackpots, nutsy Fagans.
$10,000.
$10,000? What are you, wacko or something?
And finally, $15,000 to that fine, struggling young organization, Gamblers Anonymous.
Well, now that's very diverting, Howard. Real funny.
Not laughing.
Now, Miles. No one in the organization would ever authorize any such contributions. No one ever will. Well, relax, man. Relax.
Oh, I'm afraid the contributions have already been made.
Made?
In my name?
Of course. Well, it would be a public relations disaster to withdraw them now. Surely you can all see that.
Howard, where did you get the money?
From the firm.
From the firm?
But nobody authorized it.
I managed.
Howard, that's the same as embezzling.
Yes, I know.
Oh, Howard. Not again.
Howard.
Oh, Daddy. Linda, it is our cross to bear, and we must be brave. Pass the martinis, Jeff.
So, anyway, I told Leibowitz, I said, you talk like an old lady. It wasn't Shakespeare did time in the Tower of London. It was this here Sir Walter Raleigh character.
There's about 10 more loads, Howard. You want I should bring them in an hour. Wait till Blackie finishes them shelves.
You better wait.
So anyway, I said to Leibowitz, you know how this Sir Walter spent his time in the pen? He wrote a whole history of the world. That's what he done. Now, ain't you ashamed of yourself, Leibowitz?
Blackie, why don't you forget that story? Hear the signs, Howard.
So I said to Leibowitz, you got 15 years in this here Tower of London, and you ain't so much as put pen to paper yet.
Very funny.
Oh, Leibowitz, these are beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Somebody help me put them up.
But you got that, Howard.
Oh, this one I think should go right about here.
One says okay?
Oh, sure.
Shakespeare, English dramatist, 1564, 1616.
And this one? Go right up next to it. Right there.
Remember this, my friend. Outside, out there, it's not all Apfelstrudel und 8-inch cigars. Troskauer, American prison card, 1950. Very nice. I like that.
Ain't it the truth?
All right, fellas, here we go.
There below is the great gray massive ugliness of Stateville Penitentiary. A solid stone box where society walls in its misfits, punishes its evildoers, sequesters its incorrigibles.
This has been a 4-star production.